Loy Machedo, speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, got this question from, obviously, the guy prefers to remain anonymous, and he asked me, Loy, what is your advice with regards to dating and relationships in Dubai? By relationships, obviously, means, the romantic, sexual kind of relationships in Dubai, UAE. So he wanted my views and opinion because obviously there's conflicting advice. One way you have UAE, which is supposed to be an Islam country, and another way you have where they have alcohol, where they have these nightclubs, where they're trying to show a very modern Lamborghini and Ibiza babes dancing with their bikinis and modern lifestyle. So what is it? Islam? Not Islam? So I thought I'd give you my views. Okay, this I speak to you from my personal experience. This is my personal experience. So these are not legal rules. Okay, my personal experience. So please be careful. And this is a disclaimer. Use your own common sense. Now, what you need to understand is by default, UAE follows Islam. Okay, now the extent to which they follow Islam is subjective. Let's say, for example, Sharjah follows a very Saudi-based format. What do I mean by that? There's no pork in Sharjah. Before there used to be pork. That is 20 years ago, pork, meat in supermarkets. Now there is no pork. Before there was alcohol in all the hotels. They stopped after, they took a loan from Saudi and they built this Saudi mosque that is near the Gold Souk. So they followed the Saudi rule and decided we will follow Islam to the core. So no alcohol, no pork, no dressing up modern. In fact, if you go to a shopping mall as a guy, as a male, and you have earrings, you have shorts, you have sleeveless, you can and you will be arrested. Mind you, be careful because anyone can complain. In fact, if you're holding hands with a member of the opposite sex, someone complains, you are jailed. And then you'll have legal consequences because she's not your wife. If you're sitting in the car and someone finds you with a member of the opposite sex, you're parked somewhere, anyone can question your relationship with them and then cause a big ruckus. So Sharjah follows hardcore Islamic rules. And obviously you cannot share an apartment because if you share an apartment with somebody else, with some other family, anyone can say you're having a sexual affair and there you go, fucked. Okay. However, in Dubai is a bit liberal. It's a bit modern. It likes to be this Las Vegas. That is why you have all these hotels, you have alcohol, you have pork, you have everything that is available. In fact, if you want to actually see how modern Dubai is, go to Dubai, go to Dera in the night, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. You'll see the nightclubs, all these prostitutes come out. You don't have to believe me. Just go there. You'll see some girls dress up scantily, sexy. Just ask them, just stand there and you'll see them, guys coming. How much? 300, 200, 500. They are actually selling themselves for sex. I don't have anything against them. They are offering a service. There are customers, people pay. You don't have to buy or believe a single word I say. Go there by yourself. Or you can check on YouTube. You'll see some of them. Some of the videos where sex prostitution it happens. It is just there. Russell came out, there is, in some places, it's more open, some places it's very discreet. That's why Dubai is a little modern. If you go to most of these nightclubs, you will see Russians, you'll see Africans, you'll see Filipinas. Some of them do it openly, like they'll say how much, or they'll tell you their rates. Some of them like to get to know you and then you can be their sugar daddy. You can have a understanding between yourselves. I'll hang around with you. You pay my bills. You take care of me. So it depends on how the relationship is. If someone does it explicitly, that's where they get fucked. So people do it, but they do it quietly. And if you park in JLT or any of these areas, you park your car, you get all these cards being put on your windscreen that is massage. You get massage and they show a sexy, photograph of a sexy female, massage services. So that is nothing but prostitution. And I know this because my friends have gone. Friends means Facebook acquaintances. They have gone there. Obviously, it starts with 100 dirhams, good massage. But then they say, do you want happy ending? Do you want this? Do you want that? And then it goes, Okay, for sucky, we go 200. For fucky, we go 500. It depends on what it is. So the point I'm trying to tell you is there are a lot of stuff that go on that people don't talk about, but it's happening. It's under the table. As long as you don't disturb anyone and no one disturbs you. In fact, when one of my friends, not friends, sorry, why am I using this word? One of the guys who works in the police station, I asked him, all this happens in the night. It's happening. So how is it legal? So he says, as long as you're minding your own business, you're doing it quietly, nobody complains, it's okay. So this is what is actually happening. And this is how the tourism works, because tourists come there for fun. They come to enjoy. However, don't be so bold to hold a girl's hand, to kiss, to smooch, to do things publicly. Don't, attract attention to yourself, like, these tattoos. Then you'll have a lot of problems. For me, fortunately, even though I had these tattoos, I was a little slightly famous. So people knew that I was this online blogger. Those days, I didn't put any of these videos because I was staying in the country. So people were just, okay, he's a tattooed guy. That's about it. Nobody troubled me. I never troubled anyone. I never dated girls openly. I did it privately and pretty, I was minding my own business. So dating is unofficially allowed. People know that guys and girls date each other. They meet each other. However, you need to either have your own apartment, or you need to have an arrangement with somebody who has an apartment, or you need to book a hotel. There are 5-star hotels and 4-star hotels that do not ask for your passport. They ask for your passport, but they don't ask your relationship between you and the person of the opposite sex. So if you go to a 5-star hotel, they don't care. She's your wife, she's your neighbor's wife, she's your friend. They'll just take your passport because you're staying in that apartment, you're staying in that room. I have booked quite a number of 5-star hotels where I took a girl just for a shag, just for sex, and that's about it, and goodbye the next day. So they'll take your passport, that's about it. They don't care if you're married or not. You just have to go to booking.com or TripAdvisor. There you'll get the hotel details, and they'll tell you there's something extras, whether they ask for your passport, whether you can stay with your wife, not your wife, whether there should be a relationship, whether the couple staying should be married or not. Mostly 5-star, 4-star, they don't ask. Rest of the hotels, they do ask. So dating is, it's not a secret. A lot of people go for dating. A lot of people are very active. In fact, there is the underground community where they swap partners. I was invited to one of these. Unfortunately or fortunately, I did not go for it. So they have these swapping partners. They have group sex, orgy, but it's not open. There was a Facebook group where I was, I'd sent a request, but because I was a public personality, they refused my application, so to speak. So dating scene goes on, relationships do go on. How do you think I had so many girlfriends and so many affairs sexually over there? However, let me caution you, if you do get caught, you're jacked. Okay, if someone complains about you, you are fucked. Just make sure you do it hush, hush, quiet, quiet. And one of the benefits is they have regular testing. So because people are tested for AIDS and sexually transmitted disease, the chances of you getting a disease is very less. However, if you're going outside for a holiday and you're sexually hyperactive there, going to any of these countries like Amsterdam, or you're going to a red light district area, or you're going to Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, India, wherever, and you have sex unprotected, and you come back and you're infected, obviously you went for a holiday and came back, and then if you have sex with someone, then your chance of catching the disease is very, very high. So be very careful. All my tests, my visa renewal tests, I was negative, so I didn't have any disease. I was fortunate there. So I hope this answers your question with regards to dating and relationships in Dubai. Sharjah, be very careful. Dubai is slightly broad-minded, but like I said, stay quiet, mind your own business. Don't make it public, especially social media. If they have evidence, you're jacked. But be very careful. Avoid getting into sexual relationships with married partners, because if any one of the partners complains, you're fucked. Avoid someone who is paranoid, because there are some people who blackmail each other. They take videos, then they say, I don't care if I get fucked, I'll fuck your happiness as well. Do not lend money to anyone. Make sure that you have protected sex. Make sure that you know who you're having sex with. At least have a conversation. With regards to prostitutes, be very, very careful. Never go with excess money in your wallet. You do not know what can just happen. Yeah, just be safe. Overall, remember this: Dubai is a good life. Dubai is much more safer than most other countries. So as long as you're minding your own business, doing your own shit, don't interfere with other people, it's safe. Like I told you, I had plenty, more than 400 or what, sexual affairs, just sleeping around. You can go to these nightclubs, you can go to 5-star hotels, you'll get enough and more pussy to fuck. But just be careful. Remember, be careful. Go on the side of caution, and just play safe. So this is my answer in terms of sexual partners. Yes, Tinder is mostly you'll get prostitutes. You can try it through VPN. Most of the dating sites, they are searching for rich sugar daddies. So you'll get nothing there. Shadi.com is fucked. It's absolutely fuckhole, shitty, Indian girls searching for the perfect man, Jesus Christ character with Mukesh Ambani's fucking wallet and the career prospects of Sundar Pichai, while they look like fucking buffaloes and horses. I hate Shadi.com, fuckhole website. It's absolutely shit. My favorite website was ThighCupid, where I managed to get a lot of girls who were having conversations, but yes, you have to filter them. 50%, 70% were telling lies, 30% were good, but out of the 30%, obviously you need to figure out who you can trust, because trust is a very big thing. Mostly, if you want to get girls, go to groups, groups of people and all that. There you can meet different girls. If you're active on social media, it's very easy to get girls. But please, very important, stop asking for bobs and vagin. Okay, stop asking for girls' naked pictures. Doesn't work that way. They're looking for trust. Girls easily get hundreds and thousands of desperate guys. Guys are very, very desperate there in Dubai. Girls, because the men outnumber the girls. Girls get inundated with too many requests, too many guys. So men behave like desperate dogs. Girls are not looking to get shagged. Girls are looking for someone who they can trust, who they can have a conversation. Yes, they also want sex, but they're looking for, that little bit of meaning where it's a good conversation. The person's nice, but then again, a lot of women are also looking for sugar daddies, money, because obviously, like one girl told me, all dicks are the same. They just want my holes. They want to fill my holes with every hole with their fucking sausage. So might as well get the most expensive sausage. That's how women talk nowadays. So don't think girls are dumb. If you're looking for love, be careful. I don't think you're going to get love. It's very hard. A lot of lonely females out there searching for the right guys. Guys are fucking desperate. Most of them don't know how to fucking behave. Be careful. Don't fall for the stories. Majority of them are fucking liars. Girls give you sob stories. Guys try to portray themselves as decent, but most of them are fucking dicks. The guys who have substance and style, well, they know how to get women. The rest of them are like begging for, can you show me a bobs? Can you show me a vagin? And it doesn't work out that way. Most of the guys flaunt a car, expensive clothes, and cash, which they blow their credit cards, but they don't tell the real story that they don't have money in the bank. They've taken 7, 8 credit cards and they're desperate for pussy. That is why they're targeting you, but they're doing the same thing with 20 other girls. So don't fall for them so easily. So these are my tips in terms of relationships and dating advice in Dubai, UAE. Remember, always be cautious. Be careful, because at the end of the day, that is not your country. You're just an expat. Be careful, especially if you're dating a local. And if you're a guy, don't date an Arab local girl, because if she complains, you're fucked. I'm telling you, you're fucked. Even without evidence, you're fucked. So, live from Machedo.com, who's Loyal Machedo and Think Personal Branding, sharing with you his views. Let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off for now. Take care.